So I noticed that you noticed that there hasn't been a whole lot of car builds going on, car building, because I think anyone who really follows this channel, you guys kind of understand that there's a process to everything that I do, and there were a lot of obstacles as far as, you know, I had to build a garage. I was building a garage out there, and that took up a lot of my money and a lot of my time. And then I had to source out used garage doors and all this other stuff. But I guess I just wanted to make this video. I know that a lot of people don't like just talking, rambling videos, but to keep you guys updated on this channel and to kind of see where I'm coming from, I just wanted to explain myself on some things, and I want to talk to you guys about some future plans of mine, because I think it would be really cool to interact with you guys more. And I'm trying to finally get my garage set up the way I want it, and it's coming along, but it's nowhere near where I really want it to be yet. But I'm not trying to take this to be like some big commercial channel, like this isn't Vice Grip Garage. I mean, I wish it was, but hey, I'm not Derek. I don't have the knowledge that Derek has. This is just me goofing around and filming, my projects that I'm winging at the end of the day. But I really respect YouTube for a couple of reasons. I'm not really a big social media guy. I don't really care about, what people are up to on a day-to-day basis in their personal lives. YouTube is, it's probably one of the greatest things that happened in the 21st century. And if you can't tell me, like, those of you out there that, need help wiring an outlet, or, God forbid, plastering a hole in the wall or something, you can look that up on YouTube. You could look up how to do brain surgery on YouTube, and it's on there somewhere, I'm sure. If you dig deep enough in the rabbit hole, there is an answer for all of your questions on YouTube, and I think that that's beautiful. It's a free education. Now, mind you, not everybody's doing it right, but if you can watch the process and see that it gets done, there are different ways. There's different ways of going about doing things. There's a right way and a wrong way with certain things, but if you paint a fence, there's probably 7 different ways to paint a fence, and it's all the same outcome, right? If it's painted, it's painted. So, I think it's great in that sense. It can educate people and get people motivated. If for nothing else, it can motivate people to get moving on their own projects and to get out there and try it themselves, because we live in a world where people just don't want to try. They just want something to do everything for them. For God's sakes, we have cars that drive for us now. No one's even going to know how to drive a stick shift here soon, or even drive a car. In the next 20 years, cars are just going to be driving themselves completely, and then we're going to look back and be like, man, I can't believe there was a time. Just like we look back and think like, man, I can't believe people sat around and listened to a radio. We're going to be like, I can't believe that there was actually a time when people drove their own cars and they were in control of the wheel. Like, the government allowed us to do that. That's insane. That was so dangerous, But that's just reality. And I like watching other people's projects and to see their point of view and to see how they go about things. I've had people thank me. I still do on a weekly basis. People will say, hey man, this video really helped me to just go for it. I never saw anyone install a straight axle before, and stupid stuff like that. Some of my videos are helpful, and most of my videos were just they were home videos. Like I remodeled my house, and I just kind of wanted to film the process so that I could look back someday and be like, hey, yeah, that was cool. I remember that. And oh, look how young our daughter was in this video. And it's just basically memories, how people used to film home movies on VHS. YouTube's kind of like my archive for projects that I've done since I bought my house and beyond. So this was never meant to be like a car channel or like a hot rod channel. It's slowly turning into that because it's just what I'm currently into, and I love hot rods. But, I did a little bit of everything. If you look back, from gardening to, I was like trying to get a homestead going at one point. I had ducks, I did a pond, very primitive, stupid videos that now I'm just trying to be more hands-on and actually make them a little more interesting, I guess you could say. But, this isn't going to be one of those videos. This is going to be boring for anyone out there that's looking to see a car get built. But I want to update on you guys for what's going on here. There's going to be some building going on really soon. I have a lot of decisions to make. One thing that I really want to talk to you guys about, and I know that I have some regulars that watch all my videos, and you guys know who you are. We talk back and forth. I answer pretty much everybody, unless you ask me what my social security number is. I'm not going to answer that, but if you talk to me or even say like this video or something, I will answer you back and talk to you and interact with you, because I just think it's cool, man. I don't have millions of views, obviously, so it's not like I need a secretary to help me with, the YouTube algorithm. I need you guys for that. So if you guys like and comment my videos, that helps tremendously. That helps build the channel, and that keeps the algorithm going. If you like a video, YouTube will recommend it more. If you comment on it, YouTube will recommend it more. If it doesn't get any likes, or I'm not forcing anyone to like and interact with me that doesn't want to, but if you're on the fence about it, just drop by and say what I could do better. Anything that you say, whether it's good or bad, I'll respond to, and I'll try to fix certain things. And I always love your feedback. But speaking of interacting with you guys, I've been thinking about going live on Saturday night, which would be tomorrow night. And I think it'd be cool to sit out here and just drink some coffee with you guys. And I don't drink alcohol, by the way. I could get a little personal with some things. If you had some questions you wanted to ask me, or talk about any projects or anything, like a Q&A, or just hang out on a Saturday night if you're bored like I am, and I would love to do that and answer any questions that you have. Maybe I can ask you guys some questions if we're talking about a certain project, because I know not a lot. So as you know, I wing everything I do out here. Some of you guys that watch this are extremely knowledgeable, man. And like Mike from Ironhead Garage, or Chris, I'm sorry, my God, there's so many different people that I talk to a Mike regularly. Chris from Ironhead Garage, you're one of the few that, I cherish your input, because, you really know a lot. And I watch your builds and I'm just blown away, because I want to get to a level where I know what to do like you do. You can just go out there and work. You don't have to read an encyclopedia. And I'm sure there was a time where you had to do that in the past, but you had to learn somehow. But now you're kind of like a veteran. You know how to do this stuff, and I learn a lot from you. So I really appreciate your feedback, and I consider you a friend. So it's cool to interact with you and a lot of other people, man. From the very beginning, even when my channel was smaller, like Days of Glory, Shopworks, and a lot of you guys are great guys. I really appreciate you. But some of you got other guys that don't really interact. Let me know in the comments of this video if you think I should go live, and if enough of you guys want me to, I would love to do that. We could just chill out here and talk for an hour, 2 hours. We'll see how long it goes on. It doesn't really matter to me. I have all night, so I'd be willing to sit out here as long as it takes. And the more interesting it is. But if no one's on there and I'm just talking to one person for 3 hours, I'm not going to waste your time. But it'll be my first live event, and I'd like to see how it goes. Most normal people would plan this for a week ahead of time. I'm just going to do it a day ahead of time and see who, and I'll put a post up too to try to, see if people that don't watch this video, maybe I'll just put a post up with a poll and see who all votes to have me go live or not. But projects and what's upcoming. So as you guys know, I got a new toolbox. Thank God. My tools are organized, so now when I do a project, it's not going to take me 6 hours to find a socket and I can just get to it and stay organized. The garage is starting to come together now that I have the room and I built the other garage. That's like a blessing to me to have that out there. The 58 and the 51 are out there locked up and they're out of the weather, and it's fantastic to have this whole garage to move around in. I bought an engine hoist recently. It's like right behind me, and I can. There was a couple tools that I had to borrow off people, and now I'm starting to acquire everything that I need. It's still primitive. I don't have everything, man. I don't have a sandblaster. I don't have, I have just a basic MIG welder. And working on hot rods, that's the beauty of it. They were built back before there were all these things. They had engine hoists and welders and stuff, but people were making like spray guns with their vacuum cleaners and stuff. Like, I've seen all kinds of crazy stuff in the hot rod world that people did back in the 50s and 60s, and I kind of like doing this in a primitive way. Like, this isn't a body shop. This isn't a professional garage by any means. This is simply a garage with a 7.5 foot high ceiling that I can just mess around in, and I want to get a couple projects done. But upcoming projects, well, before I get into that, I guess I should say I bought a car lift, a 4-post car lift for the building out there. It was a scam. So if Garage Auto Equipment's with an S on the end, there's a Garage Auto Equipment website that's real. And then there was a mock website called Garage Auto Equipments, plural with an S, that was fake. And I bought a car lift off them for $1,200 because it said it was half off, and I fell for it. Anyway, I got ripped off. It never showed up. So I'm going to have to visit that next year. I was real excited to be able to put all 3 of these cars in that building. That would have been awesome. Have the two fleet lines stacked and have the 58 pointed out. That would have been amazing, but that's not the case, unfortunately. So I'm going to revisit that next year. But what I am going to try to do this winter, and winter is here. I mean, it was 26 degrees out this morning. My pond's frozen. It's back, unfortunately. So I'm going to use my heater in here. I can work in here this year. Last year I was building the Model A in the carport, where I was laying in the shale every day. It was freezing cold. It was pretty rough, but I made it through, and I ended up selling that car, as you guys know. But these builds, the next objective is going to be to work on this blue car. I'm thinking about selling it. I'll leave it, I'll let you guys put your input in. I thought about just dropping the engine in, wiring it up, getting it started, running and stopping and selling it, because I feel that it's not necessary to have 2 of the same car. I have 2 Chevy Fleet Lines a year apart. There's certain things I like about each one of them. I like certain things about this one a lot more than the black one, but the black one, there's certain things I like about that one. So I might, I'll get a lot less money, but I might take the things that I love about this one and put it on the black one and keep the black one. And then that's just going to be that. Or I might just trade this rolling chassis for a hot rod. Like, I want to get another Model A in the worst way and put it in that carport again, because I have the carport and there's nothing in it. I can't fit a regular size car in it because I built it for a Model A. It's short. It's only like 13 foot, or it's 16 foot long, but like 2 feet are taken out of that. And like bumper to bumper, I might have 14 foot, which is perfect for a Model A or a Model T or an older 20s, early 30s style hot rod. So that's in the future as well. I really want to do that. I'm really itching to having that Model A and then having the Model T and selling the Model T recently for this fleet line. It's not that I wanted that Model T back. I don't want a nice Model T. I want a hot rod. I want a Chevy powered Ford, unfortunately. No, I don't care. If it had a flathead, great, but I'd prefer a small block Chevy or a big block because I know them a little bit better. I don't know anything about small block. I don't know anything about 302s. I don't know anything about Ford engines, which I guess you learn when you have those. So I'm not opposed to it, but if I find a cool hot rod, like I would trade the 50 Fleetline for a hot rod. I don't know yet what I'm going to do, but I do know that the 51, the black Fleetline, has a flat tire. I just put a thermostat and a new radiator in it not that long ago, if you recall. I filmed it, and it is still, it's overheating again, which is weird. And I don't know if it's just the Holley Sniper system reading wrong, or God knows, man. That's a computer. It's weird to me, but it's cool in the same way. Has its pros and cons. But so there's that. The 58's running really rough. Ever since I took it to Rockabilly Ruckus in Ohio, which was a 4.5-hour drive there and back. Then I took it down to Maryland for another car show. It's been everywhere this year. I'm really proud that I got to actually drive it the way it should have been driven. And it was an awesome ride, man. It's a great experience compared to just driving a modern vehicle to Ohio. It was really cool. I'm glad I did it, but now it needs tuned up. I don't know if it's using like the ethanol. I need to get like ethanol-free gas, maybe put it in every winter. It needs new plugs. It's out of time. Just little stuff like that. I need to pull it in and do some work to it. But there's quite a few projects that I had going on that I want to get everything running and driving and stopping the way it should this winter. That's what I want to focus on instead of a build. But this blue Fleetline could potentially be a full build. I mean, there's so much it needs done to it. There are planks of wood underneath, right beside the rockers running along the floor, that are holding the floor. Like, I can't even describe it. You'd have to see it. There's like wooden spacers. Someone just slapped this together to be a roller. And it has awesome potential, but at the same time, it's going to be some work. And I don't know if I really feel like building a full car. That was the whole point. I wanted 3 running and driving cars, and I had that at one point. And then I ended up selling the Model T for this, and the Model T was perfect. But maybe it was a dumb decision, but I feel like I can get more for this car when it's done than I could the Model T. No one wanted that Model T because it went 40 miles per hour, and you had to have 8 arms and 8 legs to drive it. You had to be an octopus to drive that car. And once you get the hang of it, it's fun, but like it's just not practical at all. I want a hot rod that's going to go, fast and scare the shit out of me. That thing could scare me, but in like a different way, not in a fast way. So I have a lot of ideas. I have a lot of things going on. I'm going to get back to building, just doing projects on these cars. But my main reason for this video was just to kind of explain myself and what's going on. I have birthdays coming up. For one of my kids is turning 7 in 3 days. Then my wife's birthday is a week after that. Then Christmas is next month, and I have 4 kids. There's a lot, I can't go blowing a ton of money, and work slows down in the wintertime. Obviously, I have a lawn care business that I do in the summertime. I maintain a few cemeteries and a couple other commercial properties, and when that ends, a lot, like thousands of dollars a month end. So I just got to like stick the tattoos over the winter, and I have a couple other tricks up my sleeve as well. I have some other sources of income. I sell some merch. There's things, I have other jobs, like I have side work and stuff like that, but like as far as it's the big money's not coming in the wintertime. So I really can't splurge and blow a ton of money. But I try to get all the parts I need and everything. Like I got the transmission for the 50 and everything over the summer. I try to buy that stuff up in the summer so that I'm not bored all winter and I have stuff to do, which I do have plenty to do. I don't need a ton of money to do this stuff. But if I buy a new car, like a new project, anyway, never a new car, but if I buy a new project, I'm going to be dumping money into it, and I don't want to do that this year. So I just wanted to kind of like let you guys know what's up and fill this out. And please comment and let me know how you feel and if you want me to go live, because I could make it like a regular monthly thing where we just chill out in the garage and talk and whatever, man. Or, I can show you guys around. We don't have to just sit in this position. But there's all kinds of. I think that'd be kind of cool. It'd give me something to look forward to as well. Like boring Saturday nights. Like I said, I don't drink alcohol. I quit drinking about 6 years ago, which was the best decision ever. I wasn't like some terror or anything, not like when I was younger, but it's just like now I have no urge to go out to the bar or to do anything like what most people my age do. I just focus solely on my family and my property and whatever else I need to take care of that's important. I don't spend my spare time getting loaded and being sick all weekend, and those days are way over. So I'd rather sit out here and drink some coffee and talk to you guys and learn and educate myself more from you and maybe answer some of your questions. So without further ado, I'm going to let you guys go. This has gone on long enough, but thank you if you made it this far. Please let me know so that I know whether to do this or not, because I don't want to waste your time or mine, because my time is valuable and so is yours, especially if you do what I do. So yeah, let me know and we'll go from there, man. I'll be reading all the comments, and as always, I always get back to you guys so you know what to expect. And enjoy your Friday. Don't drink too much. Talk to you guys soon, possibly tomorrow, hopefully.